Hello there everyone and welcome back. If you are watching this video, then you are part of the TTOR army, an army that is building itself up one subscriber at a time. And as you can see, I'm not in my own room. As a matter of fact, I'm not even in my own house. I'm in the living apartment of a special guest who you will get to meet on my upcoming The TTOR Show live stream on Friday, August 2nd at 1 p.m. At this time on that show, you will meet the person whose house I'm at right now. But as you can see from the title and thumbnail of today's video, today we're not talking about my upcoming TTOR Show podcast or my special guest. We're talking about Professor Stick, and we're asking the most pertinent question that there is regarding Professor Stick on the internet. Where is Professor Stick? Why do I ask that, and why do I even care? Some of you watching may even be wondering, who's Professor Stick? Well, Professor Stick, as you can see right here on the screen, is a YouTuber. He's an atheist YouTuber in particular. If you scroll down through his channel, what you will see is that he likes to go after Christians and creationists and conservatives. Basically, he's one of those militant atheist, militant evolutionist, militant woke leftist, most likely, kind of YouTubers. He was at 200,000 subscribers, and he is, or I should say was, one of the biggest faces in the YouTube atheist community. I say it in the past tense because, as you can see on the screen, this man hasn't posted a video in 7 months. And he has lost 4,000 subscribers during that time. As a matter of fact, even before he stopped making videos 7 months ago, he was complaining on his Twitter account about how YouTube was limiting his views and they were taking away his subscribers, or he couldn't figure out if that was the case or if maybe his audience was just leaving him. But the bottom line is, this guy's view count started going down, he started losing subscribers, and apparently he lost the will to continue making videos, as we've seen by the fact that he hasn't uploaded anything in 7 months. This is after the guy has spent literally year after year after year after year putting out multiple videos a month, sometimes multiple videos a week. I mean, he put out content on a regular basis for so long. To see him not upload anything in 7 months is kind of weird. Now, you may be wondering why I care so much about Professor Stick and his disappearance from the internet. Well, it's actually pretty simple. Back in 2018, Professor Stick actually made a video response to one of my videos, and he teamed up with Rhino in this video response. The video response I made to them no longer exists on YouTube, but I managed to preserve it on my Quarter channel in a video titled Response to Professor Stick and Rhino on Vestigial Organs. And then it was this video that ended up spawning my interest in Professor Stick's channel, and I ended up refuting a large number of his videos. Professor Stick went on to contradict himself on tree rings when interacting with another creationist. There was the one time where he responded to a creationist, and Professor Stick not only managed to debunk natural selection, but he also managed to contradict Charles Darwin by saying that a creationist was wrong when he defined evolution as all organic life descending from a single universal common ancestor. Then there was the time where he rejected God in spite of evidence, and this was the video where he admitted that even if he accepted all the evidence that God exists, he would still reject God because God apparently is some evil moral monster. And then there was the time where Professor Stick literally denied all observation to justify his atheism. Then there was the time where he dismissed actual scientists who had problems with the Big Bang Theory in order to blindly accept said Big Bang Theory. And then there was the time where I used him and a couple other guys as an example of creationist derangement syndrome. Professor Stick certainly suffers from that. That's why he goes after creationists so much on his channel. Then there was the time where he claimed that intelligent intervention was proof of atheistic evolution, even though intelligent intervention is literally proof of intelligent design. Then there was the time he falsely claimed that InfoWars was promoting a flat earth, which he was looking at one InfoWars video where a guy who was a believer in flat earth theory was allowed to present his case for it. And he didn't realize that InfoWars had other videos on their network refuting flat earth theory. Because people like Professor Stick don't understand what it means to have both sides of a debate discussed openly. And then there was another time where he committed major hypocrisy and displayed even more creationist derangement syndrome. And then the most recent video I did about Professor Stick was several months ago, a video I did titled Professor Stick Commits the Equivocation Fallacy to Condemn Creationists. And as you can see from the thumbnail, he basically said that smartphones and evolution are both science in the same way. So obviously Professor Stick, if you watch my videos responding to him, had a lot of bad arguments to make against creationism and in support of evolution. But because he did it in a cartoon stick figure style and he animated his videos in a way that apparently people found attractive, this guy rose up through the ranks of atheist content creators. I think at one point he may have been the biggest atheist content creator, or at least, if not the biggest, definitely in the top 3 or 5. Like, he was up there in the atheist community. Of course, nowadays, you look at the atheist YouTube community, you've seen people like Apologist and Sir Sick and Viced Rhino rise up the ranks of subscribers, and now they're all either in the 100K club or approaching the 100K club, and they're the ones who are really getting traction, while Professor Stick was starting to lose traction before he stopped making videos 7 months ago, and now that he is no longer making videos, apparently, well, this is what we get. So, theories about why Professor Stick hasn't put out a video in 7 months and no one's heard from him since. Well, we don't know much about his personal life, at least I don't from the videos I've watched, so there's a number of reasons why he could be gone for this long and not putting out videos. I mean, maybe he died. I mean, we don't know. I haven't checked his Twitter in a while, so I probably should check that before I go with any serious thought towards that theory, but death is one. Maybe he got really sick and hospitalized, or he got really injured and he can no longer make videos. I mean, that's another possibility, is maybe he deconverted from atheism and he's too ashamed to come out and say it on his Professor Stick channel, so he just left the channel alone. Or maybe he just got really depressed and sad because he's no longer getting popular on YouTube and he's actually losing subscribers and his videos aren't getting as many views as they used to. That's another possibility as to why he hasn't put out a video in 7 months. And there are probably other possibilities as well, and I say these are all possibilities because the simple truth of the matter is, to my knowledge, we do not know why Professor Stick hasn't put out a video in 7 months. We do not know why he has radio silence after being such an active poster for so many years. But I will say that after all this time, maybe this is just karma catching up to Professor Stick, if you want to put it that way. Because after all, even though he got really popular on YouTube, the arguments he was making to try and debunk creationism and Christianity and defend evolution in billions of years, they were really bad arguments. I mean, I'm no one special. I'm just a guy on his laptop in an apartment making videos, and yet I was able to just tear apart just about every argument of his that I came across on his channel. The guy is not very good at debunking creationism and defending evolution, and maybe people were starting to realize that, and so they're tuning him out. Or maybe they just don't like his art style, and they don't like the way he does his videos. Maybe they don't like his voice anymore. I mean, the atheist community can be pretty fickle at times, especially when they're criticizing people like me for our voices, our setups, and all the other stuff that really doesn't matter. So, considering that that's what kind of people that the atheists on the internet generally are, maybe they discouraged him enough for him to leave. I don't know. Nobody knows. But still, the big question is, where is Professor Stick? If you are watching this video and you know what happened to Professor Stick, please leave your answer to that question in the comments below. I would love to hear your theories, or if you definitively know what happened to him or where he is, let me know in the comments below. I would be really curious to know the answer to that question if you have it. And as we leave this video, I just want you to know that if you haven't already, you should go ahead and subscribe to my Rumble channel, which you can see right here on the screen. Building up my following slowly but surely. I've started doing live shows again. I did a God TV radio podcast last week. I got an episode of the TTOR show that's going to air live on Rumble this coming Friday. And so if you are a fan of my content and you like seeing my live shows and you want to follow me on a platform that doesn't censor like YouTube does, Rumble's the place for you. And then, of course, there's Quarter, my own video site, which you already saw one video of on the screen earlier. Quarter is my own YouTube alternative that I started over 2 years ago, and this is where you can find all my content. My live streams are backed up here, and I'm working on the live streaming functionality of the site right now, and if I can get it working, I'll be live streaming on Quarter as well, so that could become a good live streaming destination if you're interested in my content. But with that, I bid you guys adieu, farewell, and I will see you in the next video. Toodles!